So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today's episode we're going to be finishing off our Manchester United playthrough, as in the sense we played them 3 times in the space of about a week and a half. So yeah, we played them in the Champions League in the last game. If you haven't seen it, check it out, link in the description. But today we're back in the Premier League. A little bit of a different side. Yeah, the Mourinho has changed it up. He's brought back David De Gea, Carrick's in the side, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Lingard and Ibrahimovic. Probably a stronger side than they did have in the last game, except for Paul Pogba's on the bench, but he really didn't do anything anyway. This is what we're going to be going for. An 82, a couple of changes. Slimani's unfortunately down, Morgan's down. You know, I'm not going to be playing Morata that much, just because, you know, I brought him in to strengthen the side, but we're playing so well, I feel like we don't really need him. I want to try and use the Leicester players that I kind of had before, apart from the midfield and different sort of aspects. I mean, the back line is what we had before. Fuchs is back in the team. Ziela's in goal because Schmeichel's down. We're going to start Rashford and Vardy. Sanchez comes back into the mix with Dele Alli. Memphis, yeah, he'll play against his former side as he is on loan. And Mahrez is playing so well, it's ridiculous. So that is the side we're going to be going for. And this is a big game because if United win, they'll be 3 points behind us. If we don't win, we're going to drop points, of course, against the teams that we're trying to chase. Man City and Chelsea, and Arsenal can catch up on us. So there's the lineups, there's the 2 teams. Let's dive into it. So it's the second time these 2 teams have met within the space of about 4 or 5 days. Sanchez back in the side. Manchester United have lost twice now to Leicester in the last 2 previous games. It's almost worrying how well they've been playing. Especially this man, Mahrez. He's up the line to find Vardy. Up against Schneiderlin. Lays it back on the edge of the box. Back towards Renato Sanchez. And a routine save by the Spaniard in goal. He was rested in the Champions League match. Marcus Rashford up against his former team. Lovely ball, Jamie Vardy, and it's the same results as it has been lately. Vardy on the score sheet, and United trailing yet again against the Foxes. And it's Marcus Rashford getting the assist here as he managed to get ahead of Mata, pokes it past Smalling, and it's a fine finish. Juan Mata normally capable of whipping in a good corner. It's high, it's looping. Luke Shaw against Simpson. And Memphis will get there ahead of his man. Jamie Vardy towards Memphis, and he's got the pace. It's going to be Memphis Depay. And he pulled it at the last second. Well, he just kept going, didn't he? Man United getting caught on the break. We know Memphis is quick. Smalling, instead of coming across, is just running next to him like a 100-metre dash. It's a very, very important challenge there. United are pushing up a little bit more now. A bit of pressure by the home side. Well played Dele Alli. Forcing it. Good challenge by Memphis. No love lost there between him and Mata. Rashford. Oh, Jamie Vardy completely skims past Smalling. And David De Gea to the rescue. Rashford tried to lay it back. Smalling is having an absolute nightmare of trying to contain Jamie Vardy. One more forward. And Zlatan again. He's winning the majority of the headers. That's something that United didn't have in the Champions League. Ibrahimovic did come on, but he was almost playing as centre midfield in that game. It's not very useful. And here is Marcus Rashford sticking the palms of De Gea, but a goalie of his calibre is not going to get beat from that range unless it's something very, very spectacular. Here's a chance for United. That's a lovely work move, you know. And here's going to be Wayne Rooney. Instead of having a strike, tried to play it back inside. Man United are coming alive. Zlatan loses it. Vardy, and that's going to be surely a yellow card. I think that was Smalling. It has to be a yellow there, referee. There's no other option. He's gone diving in. He's taking him out. That's lenient. So another change, Martial coming on for Mkhitaryan. Just under half an hour to go. Well, it hasn't been as convincing as before for Leicester. Man United are playing a little bit better, but they're still trailing by 1-0. They still haven't had, you'd say, a real chance on goal. Ibrahimovic losing it. They win it back with Wayne Rooney. Martial loses it this time. Jamie Vardy wants the run of Rashford. Plays it inside. Dele Alli. Memphis. It's lovely. It's Dele Alli. It's a poor finish, but Memphis will make it number 2. And David De Gea. Well, it was a little bit poor by him. Memphis doesn't care that he's playing against his former club. Celebrates in style. He'll be back shortly after the end of the season. And I don't think Mourinho will be too happy about that celebration, but look at this give and go. See you later. Not the most convincing finish. De Gea did okay, but I don't know, maybe should have tipped around for a corner. There's another change. Jamie Vardy, what a display coming off for Mane. Memphis has found Rashford. And Okazaki could go it alone here. That's a good challenge by Smalling, but this time the referee probably is going to book him. Yes, he is. It will be a yellow. Well, he should have been booked for the one before, and not this one. So, I guess there's a little bit of justice. It's still a little bit reckless. Zlatan up against Marquinhos, but he wins the battle with ease. And the referee will now have a look at that watch. Final few seconds. Leicester really don't want to concede. They want them goal difference bonuses. And that is the full-time whistle. And United now go 9 points behind Leicester City in the Premier League. It's going to make it very difficult for them now to finish, well, in the top 3 at the very least. A look at the shot count. United just having the one chance. 8 for Leicester. 57% possession. Man of the match was Memphis and Vardy. So, Arsenal losing to Tottenham Hotspur. Big result there, but Chelsea did win narrowly, 1-0 against Crystal Palace. Middlesbrough drawing to Liverpool. Man City also dropping points 2-2 away from home at Southampton. So what is that going to mean? Well, it is close at the top of the table. We are back in contention. Chelsea are now top on the goal difference. Man City second. We're 1 point behind both of those. But our goal difference still isn't quite there. But if they lose and we win, we will go top of that table. Everton up to 6th. Big gap now between 3rd and 4th. Bottom of the table, Hull, Burnley and Watford. So we've got United once again. And this is it. Last game we're playing United all season, thankfully. I've had about enough of them, to be honest, even though, you know, I do support them. But hey, you can only play them so many times. They're bringing in Ander Herrera today, and they're going to have Schneiderlin and Paul Pogba there with Ibrahimovic up top. I mean, is it going to help? Who knows? We're going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to rest Vardy today, going to give him a rest. I don't feel we need him. I think, look, we have a 2-0 cushion. That should be enough, to be fair. What I've seen from United, they're not really causing a threat. We are going to start Amati. Marquinhos is buzzing. Gomez, them two haven't really started together, so we'll see how they do. Simpson's up for it. DeMarcos comes back. Sanchez, we're going to start Mane, Mahrez, Musa and Slimani up top. So I think that should be enough to get into, well, the semi-final of the Champions League. We'll leave it as a 10-minute game. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, it's winding down. We will have a look after this game at what matches we have to come, because it is important now. What with us being so close to City and Chelsea, we could win the title. We could win the treble. Is it going to happen? Well, you've got to find out, ladies and gentlemen, by watching. But let's dive right into this one. So, under the floodlights, this is the last time that these two sides will meet this season. And I'm not quite sure exactly the statistics, but I know Leicester have won the majority, 2 out of the last 2. Can it happen again? Well, United need a win. Simple as that. So far, this has been a pretty stagnant affair. Luke Shaw. Smalling. It's a terrible place to lose it. Absolute nightmare. And here comes Musa. And they could very well be punished. It's a good save from De Gea. It was a very tight angle. Musa thought he'd give it a bash. Well, we have 10 minutes to play here till half-time. You also have to wonder how Manchester United beat Real Madrid on aggregate by 7 goals to 2. They haven't certainly played that way. Maybe Real Madrid just didn't bother showing up. Pogba. Back to De Gea. Smalling. Running Luke Shaw. Mkhitaryan. Bundled out of the way by Mahrez. Mahrez is off. Flicked inside. Sanchez with a lovely turn. And a bit of space to have a go. And the deflection nearly helped him out. He actually came off Slimani in the end. Far too easy for him. Just a turn. Schneiderlin inside out. I'm not sure where this is heading, but that could have headed in the back of the net. Darmian in for Pogba. Schneiderlin with a go from there. All day. And there's your half-time whistle. 0-0. Pretty stagnant affair, and Leicester will take this all day. So Manchester United get the second half underway, not really having a single chance in the first half, but Leicester didn't really have too many themselves. Ibrahimovic with a real good chance, and that is some world-class goalkeeping there by Schmeichel. DeMarcos, Amati, Danny Simpson, might work out for him. Here's Zlatan, good challenge by Gomez. Comes off Mane, he'll get there, he's got the pace. Plays it up the line, Sanchez. Slimani's calling for it, what a ball in that was. Absolutely unreal, and Amati's strike is well wide. Well, Leicester making 3 changes, Depay, Sau coming on, and Morata. Manchester United also bringing on Bastian Schweinsteiger. 20 minutes left. United need 2 goals. Wait a minute, here's a chance for Chris Smalling! And of all players you want the ball to fall to, right there in that place, probably Chris Smalling is not one of them. This is a terrible header back. There's a decent control by the centre-back, but he's just fluffed it. Mahrez looking for that back post. Sau gets up. Salmani wins the header, flicked on by Morata. Manages to keep it on as well. Amati. Sau taking too long. Martial takes it off his toes. Pogba, Ibrahimovic. Long ball over the top. He's not really looking for anyone. Martial, lovely ball. It's going to be Chris Smalling again. Well, Smalling has gone gun-ho. He just can't score. Smalling again. Fallen back towards Zlatan this time. Hoofed away. Slimani, that's a lovely touch. Morata, he's in on goal. Can he finish it? No, he can't. Well, that is a poor one. We talk about Smalling's finish, that's just as bad. Brilliant touch by Slimani. Doesn't even need to look. I don't know why he takes this on his weaker foot. Should have put it on the right peg. And Gomez will tidy up nicely. And there's the full-time whistle. Leicester City into the semi-finals of the Champions League. And Manchester United are glad, I think you would have to say, to see the back of them. And there's a look at the shot count. It was a relatively even game today. You know, Leicester did make some changes. Yes, no Vardy, etc. But 6 shots to 4. Possession was even. Man of the match was David De Gea. Go. So who else advances? Well, Bayern Munich knock out Atletico Madrid 3 goals to 2. Borussia Dortmund lose to Benfica. What a performance there. Barcelona smashing Paris Saint-Germain, and as we know, Leicester knocking out Manchester United. So the semi-finals draw will see Barcelona facing Bayern Munich, and Leicester possibly the best game they could have got against Benfica. What a chance they have now, we have, of getting into the final. And if we do get into the final, it's going to be an absolutely massive game, hopefully a tough one. But we did get to the semis, which means we do get a bonus. We get a salary bonus. Well, that's kind of irrelevant. Surely we should get a budget bonus, So, next up we have Burnley. We've got 5 games to play, ladies and gentlemen. 15 points up to grabs. And, yeah, if we have a look at the schedule, you know what? It's not a bad schedule. We've got Burnley. We fancy that. They're down there in 19th place. They've had a nightmare of a season. Crystal Palace are lying in 11th. Then we'll take on Benfica. Hull City are bottom. So there's another guaranteed, hopefully, 3 points. Although they were difficult before. We face Benfica again. Then we do face Liverpool. Could be a tough game there. We've got Chelsea in the FA Cup final before taking on West Ham, the last game of the season. So we haven't got bad run of games apart from playing Liverpool. You know, I fancy winning all the other matches. Champions League could come into effect. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Look, I can't change how the AI play, unfortunately. It is what it is. You know, once you start getting the team spirit up, once you start getting the tactics right, you know, you can just dominate. And that's kind of what's been happening. Jamie Vardy now, 18 goals. He's 4 behind Benteke. Got a chance. He's got a chance of winning it. You know, we'll keep playing away with him. How many has Slimani got? Has he got some? He's got... No, Mane and Rashford have got 6 each. Why is Slimani not up here? I'm sure he had some goals. Apparently not. Okay, well, that's interesting. Anyway, we'll be back very, very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. As I said before, I'm trying to just get this done so we can move on. I may do a FIFA career mode after this. We'll wait and see. But until next time, let me know. Take care.